for the words we've all been waiting to hear. The Grand Marshals of the Jeff Byrd 500, Claudia Byrd, Christian Byrd, and Belton Caldwell.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
It's a pretty tense moment right here, this getting this thing off, getting it going. Hold her down, boys, hold her down. Green flag, boogity, boogity, boogity! Let's go short tracking, boys!
Kyle Busch on a march. From 12th starting spot, he is now 6th. Paul Menard is on a march. Now, Edwards didn't let any grass grow underneath his number 99, but here comes Menard for the lead, and he takes it. First lead change of the day.
I tell you, Menard was closing it really fast, and Carl knew it, and Carl basically said, I can't hold this dude up. He's a little quicker than I am.
Jeff Gordon in 10th place. He started 7th. Everything okay there, Matt?
Mike, the 5-time winner, is dropping spots. Moments ago, this was his conversation to his crew chief, Alan Gustafson.
Big trouble here. Real loose in, real loose off. That's what we'll fix you up.
And Gordon usually dominates, Mike, when his car's a little bit more on the tight side, so they've got some work to do, and there's big concern here in the 24th inning.
31 of Jeff Burton, slow on the left of your screen. That backs everybody up in one of those accordion-type crashes. Brad Keselowski, David Rudiman in the 00 appear to get the worst of it. Denny Hamlin in the 11 got some of it, so did Brian Vickers and Jamie McMurray. So good run for David as Kyle Busch slips past into second. Here comes Truex in the 56 for third.
Kyle Busch, he just kept working Ryan Newman in that 39, working him. Now he's going to use a lap car as a pick. He'll take the lead.
4 tires are a little bit better than 2 on this concrete racetrack,
especially on the longer run.
Turn 2.
Caution.
Around goes the Blue Deuce. And I believe a tire went down. That car just snapped around. No contact. And now the caution is out.
He's got a lot of damage, and they've been coming in and out of the pits. They're working on it. You can see the left front is pretty much destroyed on that car. They've tried to tape it back together, but
Control this thing is out of control.
While these guys are side by side, Kurt Busch in that 22, right up there about a car length and a half behind them.
Harvick clawing away at the bottom of the racetrack. Takes the lead.
Got him.
Truex got way up the racetrack, and that allows Kurt Busch in the 22. Looks like he's going to get him now here directly.
Jimmy Johnson right on top of Kevin Harvick and looking to lead this race. Johnson has not led yet today.
Not a surprise. It looks like where Jimmy Johnson's strength is on that long green flag run.
Traffic dead ahead.
I've mentioned this a couple of times, and I've talked to some of the guys that work over there on the 48 and some of those cars, and they've been working on their long run setup. They've had fast cars, lots of speed. Felt like they needed cars that were a little bit better over the long haul, and it seems to be working today.
New leader Jimmy Johnson becomes the 8th different driver to lead this race, Steve.
And Mike, his other strength in addition to long green flag runs, he said that car is really hooked up on the bottom of the racetrack.
Watch the 56 of Truex up off the corner and getting a little taste of Kyle Busch.
That's just a little hello.
What a battle we've been watching. Jimmy Johnson has been trying to lap Clint Bowyer and Trevor Bayne, and that caused a little sense of urgency on Bowyer's part. A couple laps ago, he got into Trevor and almost shoved him the length of the front straightaway. Could not pass him, and the leader is still trying to get past. Around goes Lamont.
Yeah, I don't think he did that. I don't think that was intentional, to tell you the truth. I know this. I mean, I know this probably. You know who gets the driver more riled up than anyone? The spotter and the crew chief. Don't let that guy do that to you. Yeah, the crew chief, Larry.
Labonte had been a top 10. Darrell Kyle Busch tried it every which way, but he's no match for Jimmy Johnson on this run.
No, and I'm surprised Jimmy's staying on that high line, because I watched this car before that caution. He could roll the bottoms so much better than anyone else. And I wouldn't like Kyle Busch at my left rear corner like that. one time up out of the corner, Jimmy has to get out of the throttle a little bit or slips a little bit, Kyle's going to be into him, and that's something you got to be thinking about. Yeah, he's in trouble right here.
Kenseth way on the outside, threading the needle. Montoya fighting to get to the bottom of the racetrack.
It's hard
nowhere to go.
It's hard to tell, Mike, but he might have a soft right front.
Yeah, even if he wanted to get the pit road right now, he can't get there. He's trapped on the high side.
And I think that's why he knows that, and that's why he's trying to maintain as much as he can right here. But he's going to have to give it up.
Ambrose goes to the apron, so does Allmendinger. And now Montoya can get to the bottom, sort out that problem, and see if he needs to stop.
We're going to pit on the backside.
It's such a dilemma. Kyle's going to try something different. He's going to try that diamond thing, cutting it to the bottom, gets a nice run off the bottom. Johnson's got the momentum on the outside.
And here comes Kyle. Takes the lead. Kyle Busch up front. It's the 4th time today that he's led. For the lead, Jimmy Johnson goes after Kyle Busch and gets him. Kyle had gotten alongside Marcos Ambrose as we went to break, but Marcos never let Kyle pass and held him off until finally Jimmy Johnson took the lead away.
I'm not so sure that Kyle didn't have a problem. I'm not so sure that all that running, trying to get around Marcos Ambrose in that 9 car has not used up his tire maybe a little bit on the right front, because car got a little crazy acting.
Here's how it happened. Kyle kept going underneath Ambrose, unable to clear him. Ambrose got a good drive off the corner, and Johnson just followed suit.
Or else he said, look, I can't get around him. You go up there and try it.
A little bit ago, Jimmy got a little impatient with Trevor Bayne while lapping the 21 because Bayne passed him back.
Yeah, I'm not real sure why Jimmy would get irritated with the young man there. There's nobody pressuring Jimmy right now, and Trevor just got up there and passed him. I don't know if I'd have done that or not. What do you think?
Well, here's the deal. 425 laps, all the wires are starting to spark in all those race cars.
Now, Jimmy Johnson pulls out of his pit stall here alongside Kevin Harvick, shoots past him, and Greg Biffle. Biffle edges ahead. The question would be, where are all those timing lines? Kevin Harvick wanted to know.
Obviously, there's no speed lines on the pit road here. 48 passed me, cleared me by 2 cars. Yeah, 10-4, we're sitting here watching it. I mean, he just flew by.
Around goes the 29 of Harvick. He saves it.
It's all behind him.
Loses it.
All
and they all pile up behind him. Trevor Bayne and Montoya, and a big crash as Boyer slams into a stop Jamie McMurray.
That all started when Casey Kane in the 4 got loose off 2 and just log jammed him up.
Yep.
Watch the 4 of Casey Kane entering the corner here.
Yeah, there he is right here. This is Casey coming off a corner over here. Let's see if he gets it. Pushes out. Looks like he thinks he's going to get the wall. He gets out of the throttle. Mark Martin in the 5 gets into the back of Harvick's 29 car. Everything looks pretty good right here. It looks like everything's going to be fine. But then all of a sudden, these guys that are coming up on this mess on Harvick down there on the bottom, they start trying to check up, and then they all get into it.
It just happened so quick here. Kevin Harvick went the half the distance of the back straightaway and almost saved it until he got to turn 3.
Edwards is there. He will lead this lap from the inside.
But Kyle Busch a fight back on the outside, but he can't quite clear the 99. Watch Carl Edwards in the 99 going down in the 3 this time.
Folks, these are 3 of the best drivers in the sport right now. 3 of the hottest.
The difference this time, Kyle Busch got back to the throttle first.
Sweep it again, baby. Sweep it again.
Off turn 4.
Oh, we did. Good job, everyone. Wait a second, guys. You all on the race off pit road.
Kyle Busch scores his 20th Sprint Cup Series victory in his 226th start.